quick little money ritual. I've done a couple, one for Cancer and one for Virgo, and you guys have been making comments that you want me to do your sign. And so I thought what I'm going to do this morning is a ritual for all the signs so that we can get to as many people as possible. The energy is so juicy right now as we approach September, and I want to open a portal so that you can become more confident when it comes to what money means to you. I've collected the elements with the feather for the air signs, the shell for the water signs, the beautiful citrine for the earth signs, and then, of course, fire for the fire signs. So as we go forward today, I'm not going to be answering questions. I'm going to do the full reading, and then I'm going to do tapping at the end. I anticipate it's going to be about 20 minutes, okay? So, hi Bhargavi, Deeksha, Sandra. Oh man, I'm so glad you guys are here because it's my heart to open up what I know about clearing away mindsets when it comes to money, how you can change your mindset, and then through tapping, bring it into a very real experience of releasing something that's holding you back. Now, these coins I have found on my walks. I walk near the railroad tracks and I have found countless pennies, probably over 200 in the last few months. And then I have, excuse me, a dollar coin. And this item right here, I'm not sure what it is. It's a piece of equipment that I found laying by the side of the road. And I was just so drawn to the circles. And so I'm calling that out for each and every one of us today. So let me remove this. And I'm going to draw, oops, I don't want to disturb them. And put them over here. And I'm going to draw from the Gold Tarot and also from the Career and Career and Oracle deck. I wish that you were here in person so you could see these cards. They're just beautiful. I love them so much. And also the circle symbology is here. The idea of walking through a portal from your current experience to something that you would prefer. And the universe is so ready to facilitate for you, okay? So I've already shuffled, and let's draw our 3 cards here. What is it for my dear friends who are visiting the channel this morning? Oh, by the way, I'm Catherine, for those of you who don't know me yet, and I'm all about breaking the patterns holding us back from what it is that we're most desiring. A lot of people come to me for advice with love and money, and today it's money's turn. Okay, what is it that you have when it comes to money? What do you have for my dear friends? Okay, thank you. And let's try for one more. If you have been waiting for a money breakthrough, this reading is for you. There is no more waiting. We're going to get you a money breakthrough right now. What do you have for my dear friends in this card? Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Well, this is a lovely, holy smokes, you guys. Wow. So we have the 9 of Cups. And you can see the glittering of the gold, right? And the cool thing about this card is that it's centered in a portal. And you'll see when I display the other cards that this circular symbol is here. The 9 of Cups is somebody who is very satisfied. Satisfaction is what I feel in this card. And yet I do see a bit of rigidity when I look at the clothing, and it reminds me of a jail cell. And we also have these vertical lines that are right on top of this portal. So I feel like Spirit is really wanting us to investigate what it is that our belief system is doing to us right now to hold us back from what is our highest and best. And so here we have the Ten of Cups. Very auspicious to have the 9 and the 10 showing up in a single reading. And so you again, you can see the portal. I have been creating some art. You guys who follow me know I've been doing some doodling. I call it doodling for wealth. And the circle shows up in a lot of the art that I do. It's based on the work of neurographics, if you're familiar. And here is a painting. It's just doodling it with coloring. But the idea was to draw a small circle for where you are right now, a bigger circle for what you feel you can do to add more value to what it is you're offering. This medium-sized circle is how the universe, in my knowing, this brings light and juicy energy to my money world. And then we were encouraged to place another circle that is so big we only see a part of it. Because you know what? We definitely see universe as too small to help us. And that's what we're trying to get rid of here. This false feeling that the small world we're living in over here is all that's here. And then notice this stream of beautiful energy coming from the heart of the universe that is represented by this portal here. So if you're here with me today, there is no accident. Please hang on. I'm going to go through the reading fairly quickly so that we can do our tapping at the end to seal the deal. Okay? And then we have the Emperor. And again, in many of the cards, the portal is more visible. So what I'm seeing here is that we do have an opportunity to clear the portal where we can begin to receive what is due us, okay? So hi Nettie, hi Anshuman. We're not doing readings today for separate. This is one reading for everyone on finances. So if you're here hoping for a love reading, you need to come back on a different day. But meanwhile, I'm going to do the ritual that I've been doing for some of the astro signs, okay? So what we're doing is setting up the opportunity to clear a block. And right now I'm seeing that even though these are all very good cards, part of the power is invisible. The Emperor is all about being the boss of you. Like if you are creating your own money drama, either through bad habits or because you talk about money as if it's your enemy, this is the call from Spirit to stop that. Because Spirit sees nothing but your good and your potential. Our Creator wants only the best for us. Okay, so now I have the career and life oracle deck. Ooh. So I'm just going to pull cards here. We're going to interpret them, and then we're going to be tapping. Those of you who've never tried tapping before, welcome. I'm so glad you're here because tapping is indeed my magic. If we're going to move the needle on our money life, we need to work on our tapping. Thank you, Dr. V. Hi, Sri Rupa, welcome. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on. The future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by Spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. Your intuition wants to help you, all right? Your intuition is here to guide you. Look at this. It's like a crystal ball, isn't it? Or it could be, again, look, it's a portal. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting so pulled into seeking and finding the portal that has already been created for us. Another thing is that many times you could be working in an environment that doesn't feel right to you. It feels like you're in jail, right? I mean, this Nine of Cups, there's definitely provision here and a degree of satisfaction. But the fact is, there's something else. You're being called forward into something else, but you don't want to go into something brand new before you're finished learning every lesson that you can in your current situation. Now, my feather, I've got the window open today and a beautiful breeze coming in, the breeze of spirit. It's as if it is affirming what I have just said. If you are in a situation that doesn't pay enough or they don't treat you right, don't be in a hurry to leave. Be a blessing where you are. Bloom where you're planted. Learn everything you can in your current situation before you move on. Let's look for our next oracle card. In the flow. The universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Now, Dr. V, I know that you've done a couple of the tapping scripts. Isn't this a great reading as a follow-up? Once again, we have a circle, don't we, with the jellyfish. We're only seeing a sideways view, but it's a vehicle, a simple vehicle. Jellyfish are very primitive animals, and they haven't changed that much over centuries, over eons. And so when this particular card is coming up under our Ten of Cups, which is ultimate fulfillment, okay, the wishes that you have been making in the past are marching very logically into fruition, walking through this portal. They don't know what's on the other side, but they're filled with joy about what's happening right now. Okay, and I think personally, that's one of the hardest things for many, and even for me, is to trust that more is coming. I remember hearing Abraham Hicks say, what would happen if you received all of your money manifestations on the same day? If it all came in today? If that was true for all of us, imagine how would the banks survive, right? How would there be enough cash money for everyone to reap their harvest on the same day? There is so much ahead of you, my friend. You have come a long distance, and you're beginning to celebrate and appreciate what is here so far. And the universe is honoring you today. Well, how do I know that? Because you're here listening. This is no accident. Hold on. As we finish the reading, we're going to be doing our live tapping in just a moment. The Emperor, excuse me, can you be the boss of you? Can you take control of any money habits that are holding you back? Any mindset that's saying, this is for someone else. I have never experienced this kind of situation with money. I have been working and working and nothing shows up. First of all, that's not true. There have been times in your life when you've been at the right place at the right time. And you could say that this very reading is one of those times. Okay, that portal is opening up. And then let's look at our card here, ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. Indeed, many times what you are most afraid of is going to make the biggest blessing for you. All right? Diksha, you can follow along with the tapping. I'll show you exactly what to do. But right now, though, we're seeing here, remember when I said that up here there was a little bit of rigid energy and a little bit of the vertical lines, it almost makes a block across our money portal. Sometimes we can get so satisfied with something, we don't feel the call. In fact, I'm going to get my bell. Sometimes we don't feel the call that's pulling us forward into a different world. However, making the best of your current situation, Allow yourself to learn everything you can here on your way to what will be an extremely satisfied situation. I believe that through the month of September, there's going to be opportunities presented, and sometimes an opportunity comes with a termination. That's hard, isn't it? When you get laid off or somebody demotes you or creates a working situation that really is painful, it's difficult to see that as a blessing. But notice, this skull is gold, all right? Inside of the skull is the brain. The brain is your emperor. The brain will either help you win or help you lose. The way you think about money is exactly what your brain will use. This is how people can get into a rut and just keep manifesting the same vicious cycle over and over. So now, in the community of this very channel, I've put what I call the tapping map, and it shows the tapping positions that you're going to hear me speaking about. But right now, all you have to do to participate today, especially Diksha, if you've never heard of tapping therapy, it's where we tap on parts of the body to enable us to embody, to take it in deeply, the problem that is in the way when it comes to money, and to open this portal for you to go through. So this symbol here, this beautiful portal with these pennies, the smallest amount of money, it's a blessing to let you know that small steps are powerful. So now what you're going to do, if you want to participate, I'm going to be saying some statements. All you need to do is repeat after me. Tap your inner wrists together ever so gently as you repeat the statements that I make. That's all there is to it. Your spirit and your guides and your intuition and your soul are all working with you in this moment. So let's tap, okay? So on the first tapping point, we're going to tap on the edge of the hand. The karate chop point is what it's called. I use all four fingers of this other hand to tap, and I'm going to say several statements. So simply repeat them after me and try out this magical technique. Okay, take a breath and repeat after me. Taking responsibility for my own well-being. Good. Even though there's a part of me that is caught in a money struggle and and feels clueless about what to do next. There's another part of me that is not in human reality. The spirit part of me is bigger, stronger, and filled with knowledge. And even though these two parts of me are in conflict, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. And even though there's a part of me that wants to believe I can go through this portal to receive more money confidence, there's another part of me that is filled with doubt and fear. And even though that's a big conflict and seems to be holding me back, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Good. And now again, I'm going to call off the tapping points, but you may tap these wrists together and it'll work just as well. I keep noticing how this feather wants to keep blowing, and I just feel Spirit is using nature right now to lift us up and support us. Okay, on the eyebrow point, I don't know how I got to this moment. Side of the eye. Money has been hard for me for a very long time. Underneath the eye, I have been frustrated and afraid. Underneath the nose. And then I feel guilty. Chin, because I know my mind is controlling my money. Collarbone, and I have no idea how to fix it. On the rib point, my human self forgets underneath the arm, forgets sometimes, top of the head, that I have inner guidance within me at all times. Eyebrow. Sometimes I can forget my inner guidance. Side of the eye. But my inner being never forgets me. Underneath the eye. I don't know how rituals can help me. Underneath the nose. But I know I want to change. On the chin. The cards have shown so much hope. Collarbone. Living in peace of mind with money. On the rib point would change everything for me. Underneath the arm. I just don't know how to get there. Top of the head. How do I get there? Eyebrow. What if I have an inner being? Side of the eye. Wait a minute. I do have an inner being. Underneath the eye. I have a spirit living in my heart. Underneath the nose. Spirit is a bigger part of me than me. Chin. What if I learned how to depend on spirit? Collarbone. What if I gave all of my money concerns right over to spirit? Rib point. Could that work? Underneath the arm. I do want what this reading promises. Top of the head. I want confidence in my money situation. I'm just going to slide this down. Good. On the top of the head, I want confidence in my money life. Eyebrow. I'm willing to change my habits. Side of the eye. I'm willing to learn about money. Underneath the eye. I'm willing to change my mindset. Underneath the nose. This truth is available to me. On the chin. It is in my highest interest. Collarbone. It's to my best case scenario. Rib point. To put my money life, underneath the arm, into the hands of the divine. Top of the head. It is in my divine purpose that money would be sitting at the throne of the divine. Eyebrow. I am ready and able to make changes. Side of the eye. I am tired of living the way I have been living. Underneath the eye. And I'm willing to use tapping. Underneath the nose. Meditation. chin, and scripting, collarbone, to change my money story. Rib point, the divine is my business partner. Underneath the arm, the divine is brought me here to this reading. Top of the head, and the divine is going to continue to guide me to everything I'm desiring. Okay, excellent. Now I want you to stop and take a breath. Yes, Anjana, I did receive your email. Anjana has won a reading. I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces. If you want to have a private reading, all you have to do is write to me, patternbreakertarot@gmail.com, and I will create a reading just like this for the collective, but with a focus on you and depending what your birth sign is. So for Anjana, you can look forward. I will be posting a Pisces reading just for you. And I know, Anjana, you do not mind sharing it with the collective, do you, my friend? Okay, so we're not quite finished with our tapping. So now I want you to tap at the center of your chest and repeat after me. I release to the cellular level any old vows or promises that I have made or that have been spoken over me that honors poverty and living less than my destiny. I release to the core of my being any old money beliefs and old money habits that are no longer serving me. Excellent. And one more. I release back through time in my lifetime and back into my ancestors any and all faulty thinking about how to use and enjoy money that are no longer valid. I let them go. Great, great. Now lay your hand on your chest right where you were just tapping and take a couple of breaths. And one more breath. Good. And then repeat after me. I am so happy and relieved now that I know the divine is my banker. I am over the moon and appreciate all that I have been through. Now that I know I have been building for this moment. I am so happy and grateful. Now that I know I don't have to carry this weight alone anymore. Beautiful. Now shake out your hands and wrists. I highly recommend that you listen to this reading again at least 3 more times, okay? Because this tapping that we've done will accumulate and you'll find yourself feeling more at ease. What you can expect is for you to be in the right place at the right time. This is the biggest result of a money ritual like this. Your luck will change. When you do tap, as you repeat these very wholesome thoughts that are going to feed your brain the right kind of information, expect to be in the right side at the right time. Okay? Hey, Gregory, welcome. This is a ritual for creating money flow. So be sure to watch this whole ritual. I didn't answer any personal questions in this ritual. If you would like to have a personal reading, I am providing that for you guys now through these group readings on the collective. All you need to do is send me an email and let me know what your birth sign is, and I am happy to do this clearing for your birth sign, okay? I want you all to try tapping. The whole reason I created my channel was to help people learn how to clear their minds to set forward a fresh life in your money habits and your money thoughts. Okay? So go forth and prosper. Have a beautiful day, my friends. And again, listen to this 3 more times. Bye now. Have a beautiful day, y'all.